1918. The Great War, the war to end all wars, was finally over. The world's leaders gathered in the magnificent Hall of Mirrors at Versailles, not just to sign a piece of paper, but to forge a new era of lasting peace. But the document they created, the Treaty of Versailles, would become one of the most controversial in history. Instead of a foundation for peace, it laid the groundwork for even greater conflict. The idea was simple: make sure a war like this could never happen again. But the reality was far more complex. The victorious powers, France, Britain, and the United States, all had different ideas. France, having suffered immense devastation, wanted to ensure Germany could never threaten it again. Britain sought to restore a balance of power. And America, led by President Woodrow Wilson, dreamed of a world united by a League of Nations. The final treaty was a messy compromise. Germany was hit with the infamous War Guilt Clause, forcing it to accept sole responsibility for the entire war. On top of that, it was burdened with crippling reparations payments, so massive they would shatter its economy. Its military was dismantled, its colonies were seized, and its territory was carved up. For the German people, this wasn't peace. It was a national humiliation, a dictated peace they were forced to swallow. Meanwhile, back in the United States, there was a huge backlash. President Wilson had championed the treaty and his vision for the League of Nations, believing it was the key to preventing future wars. But many Americans, and crucially, the US Senate, were wary. They feared that joining the League would entangle the US in endless European disputes and strip Congress of its power to declare war. In a stunning rejection, the Senate refused to ratify the treaty. America, the nation whose president had championed the New World Order, turned its back and retreated into isolationism. So, the treaty that was meant to unite the world ended up creating deep divisions. It left Germany bitter and resentful, providing fertile ground for extremist ideologies to take root. It failed to secure the full backing of one of its key architects, the United States, fatally weakening the new League of Nations from the very start. Instead of healing the wounds of World War I, the Treaty of Versailles only deepened them. Many historians now look back and see the treaty not as the end of one conflict, but as a 20-year armistice. The seeds of resentment and instability it planted would eventually blossom into the Second World War. It was the peace treaty that ultimately pleased no one and failed everyone. Thanks for watching. If you found this piece of history as fascinating as I do, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the events that shaped our world. See you in the next video.